Welcome to On the Couch with Mom and Marcy,
where two generations come together
and the past meet the present. Two generations,
one couch.
I'm Mom.
And I'm Marcy.
We're so glad you're here. Peace, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of On the Couch with Mom and Marcy.
Blessings to you all.
So this week, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about meditation. I've had so many people reach out to me like, are you going to do a show about meditation? What about meditation? Are we going to talk about meditation? And I know, Mom, you had mentioned it. So I don't want to seem like I'm taking over the show, but I will definitely include you in the conversation because I am interested to know what you know about it, what you did as a youth or even as an adult right now.
Yeah, because we didn't do it as a youth, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay, so how was your week this week?
My week was the week.
What does that even mean?
Oh, God. Different days, same vibe. Cool.
Okay, there's more to the story. I can tell by the way you're looking at me.
No,
we can talk
cool.
offline.
No, I'm cool.
Okay.
And how about yours?
So do you not care about mine or no? My week was good. I mean, I've said this so many times. I'm back into like my fitness thing.
Okay.
Okay. A few months ago, I had bust my entire right side. Remember, I fell on the hill, and my ankle has been messed up. So I haven't been able to. I mean, I like doing my walks anyway every day, but I haven't been able to. But I tried to do it again this week, and we did it, but I don't think my ankle's ready for it. I think I need to get like a brace of some sort.
So that's why you was walking like Chester.
What does that even mean right now?
It was Chester on a Gunsmoke when his sheriffs, and he had one leg shorter than the other.
I'm so done. Was I limping when you saw me? Then yes, that's why. Because me and Marley went out, and I think I did too much too soon. We did 2 miles, but I don't think I did it properly. I didn't have a brace or anything on. I just was like, oh, it feels better. I'm gonna go do it. Not Chester.
Yeah,
you all kinds are wrong for that one. So anyway, yeah. Other than that, my week was good. But yeah, I just gotta find a way to heal this ankle because
you need to go to the doctor.
No, we don't need to do that.
Oh God,
we talked about that last week. You don't have to go to the doctor all the time.
No, but sometimes you need to, Marcellus.
The whole government name though. Jeez. I feel like I can heal myself. Yeah, I am a healer.
Okay, you are.
Holistic healer. So I just need to take the time to strengthen my ankle because it's always this right ankle that I'm having issues with since softball.
Okay, hence, go to the doctor.
What's the doctor gonna do?
He gonna fix it.
How's
Maybe you need therapy.
Therapy
Who
for what?
knows? You may have a hairline fracture. You don't know.
I do know.
The way your big butt hit that ground? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did you have to call me big? Jeez. My God. Let's move on to the show. Goodness. If you want to feel good about yourself, don't talk to this one. Calling me Chester, the big butt. Like, goodness. Wow. Anyway. Okay. So as I said, this week we're going to talk about meditation. So, Mom, what do you know about meditation outside of what I have taught you?
Then the answer is nothing.
I don't agree with that because I feel like you were already doing meditation without knowing that's what you were doing.
Well, if you call praying
is a form.
And then listening. Then, yeah, I was doing meditation.
What about when you dabble with your plants?
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. I never looked at that as a form of meditation, but yeah, I love playing with my plants and talking to my plants and taking care of my plants. But I never looked at that as a form of meditation.
Yeah. Anything that you can find that brings you peace. Is a form of meditation.
Oh, okay.
People think that you have to sit down with your legs crossed and your index finger and your thumb touching, and you have to say, and that's meditation. Yes, that is a form of a guided intentional
Mm-hmm.
meditation.
You
But
know, I have found excuse me, that when people do that, when I say I meditate, they will do that. Oh, and all this stuff. To me, they're making fun of you. And I don't like that.
I know someone that does that.
Yes, I do too. And I do not like that. Because you don't do it, that's cool. Don't make fun of me.
Right, because that's not the only way you meditate, and it actually makes
Mm-hmm.
them look silly.
There you go.
Because, okay, that is a form of it, but there's
Mm-hmm.
so many different forms
So
of
many
meditation.
different forms.
You actually touched upon one last week where you said you lay in your backyard and you just listen
Mm-hmm.
to the thing. Can you share that with us again?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I have a waterfall on my pool, and I lay out back on my recliner, and I just don't turn on my radio. I don't turn on my TV that I have out there. I just listen to nature, and I listen to white noise. White noise is the cars going past, a lawnmower more back out in the distance, somebody cutting their grass,
Mm-hmm.
a saw running. All of that is called white noise, and I listen to that. My refrigerator running, my small bar refrigerator that I have on the patio that runs. I can hear that motor when it comes on. So all of that is relaxing to me.
Okay, and do you do it every day? Do you do it when you have a problem? Do you do it just because?
Every day.
So just because, basically.
Just because, every day. And living in this world today, I need it every day.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that statement. So let me just give you guys a little bit of history on meditation. So I don't even know if you know this, Mom, but the practice of meditation originated in the ancient Vedic times of India.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about like 1500 to 1100 BCE.
Wow.
So way back then.
You know what BC means?
Tell us.
Before Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
before Christ existed.
Mm-hmm.
I said BCE, so that I assume that's what the E would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And so, for those that don't know, the Vedas are a religious text of Hinduism that also originated in ancient India. So, as you know, I don't necessarily practice one religion, I practice all the religions. I take a little piece from everything because I think you could take something from every type of religion, whether it's Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, so on and so forth. And you can make it your own. And there's good in everything, I believe. And so this is part of what I take from Hinduism. So a lot of what I'm going to be sharing is valuable information, and it's not going to be like religion based. It's just for information, so you know where it's coming from. Because I'm saying this because I've had it stated before where meditation was like evil.
Yeah, that's what some people tell me now, and I just kick them to the side because I know that it's not.
It's definitely not. It's based on inner peace. And it has really nothing to do with a quote unquote God of any religion. It's really just about studying yourself and getting calm with yourself, within yourself, and studying self.
Because my God is not evil, and He meditated. So hey,
that part too. So that's a little bit of the history. I could go really, really deep into it, but I don't want to lose you, and we're on limited time as it is.
Well, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
When you were living with me before you went out on your journey, you didn't do anything. You didn't meditate or anything like that. Did you know anything about meditation? Or did you meditate?
No, not really. I was coming out of Christianity because there were so many things that I was just like, because to me, Christianity is a faith-based religion. Like, you just have to have faith, and this is have faith.
Oh yeah.
But for whatever reason, at that point in my life, I was coming into this isn't logical, and it has to make sense to me. So I started questioning not God so much, but the religion itself. So no, to answer your question, I wasn't into meditation.
So you got involved in it when you went to, is it Islam or what do you call it? Okay.
I had a friend who wanted me to come to this Islamic temple of his,
Mm-hmm.
and kept saying, I think it would be really good for you. I think it would be really, because I would talk to him about it. Like, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And he would always be like, you should come to my temple. And they'll tell you about it. You should come to my temple. You should come to my temple. So back in 2010, Karen and I had gone to the Playboy Jazz Festival,
Mm-hmm.
and I was not dressed the part at all. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
have to go into this temple with your hair covered, because in Islam, you have to be modest, because
Mm-hmm.
anything can be a show of attraction for a man,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's your painted toes, whether it's your beautiful
Mm-hmm.
hair,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's whatever, your chest. So they like you to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
So you cover from your neck to your wrists to
Mm-hmm.
your ankles. And even your feet, you're not supposed to show your toes.
I know it. I don't know how they do that. All of that, but hey, to each his own.
And then your hair should be covered as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went in there coming from the Playboy Jazz
Oh,
Festival.
jeez.
And that day I had on a dress. I'll never forget it. I had a little dress. Me and Karen had on a jean jacket. I think I was wearing a weave then. And yeah, I walked in, and all the ladies, it was like the record scratched when I walked in, and everybody looked like, who is this heathen?
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, your friend didn't tell you how to dress?
No, he said, come as you are, all are welcome. So
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
okay. So when I walked in, the women were on the right side, the men were on the left side, and the men were wearing thobes, which it's like a long, like, it's not a robe, but it's like I would say, like, it's a long, like, shirt, I guess you would say, that
Mm-hmm.
comes down to like their knees.
Mm-hmm.
And then the women had on, like I said, they were covered, their hair were covered, up
Yeah.
to their neck,
Oh
down to their
wow.
wrist,
I
down
know
to their
they
feet.
thought you were crazy.
They did. It was difficult to make friends in that temple.
I bet.
But I walked in literally, and it was like the record scratched, and everybody looked, and I was like, okay. And so I go, and he was the temple guard, so he seats people. So he sat me in the back, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in the back corner, like, oh my goodness. And I was just listening to the word that they were preaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on, so their holy day is Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and I went on a Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Which is Sunday school, but it's not your typical like Sunday school. They have a holy book that they read out of, which is called the Circle Seven, and then they have the Quran that they use, and they also use the Bible.
Uh-huh.
And so they were reading out of all three, and so I was watching them like go back and forth and debate certain verses and this and that, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. Part of what I learned in that temple, not just that day, because I would go to, like I said, they had a book called the Circle Seven.
Mm-hmm.
And Wednesdays was the night for that book, where you learn about that. And then Friday was holy day, and Sunday was Sunday school. So I would go to all three just to learn when I first started. And I learned in their holy book, the Circle Seven, about meditation. And in that book, it talks about Jesus and where he was the years that are not in the Bible.
Oh, okay.
So they introduced me to this book called The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ.
Oh.
And that still to this day, top tier book if you want to know about Jesus. So interesting. But in that book, I learned about how Jesus meditated and the crystals that he used and numerology and the science behind how all those things worked. And because I was so like enthralled by Jesus did all this stuff, like I started.
You mean my Jesus?
Yeah, you're Jesus. Who else is? Everybody's Jesus.
Wow, really?
Said my Jesus, y'all.
Numerology?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to look at that book and see.
Yeah, it was very life changing for me.
Mm.
And actually, it was when I started that book made me see the fallacies of the temple I was in, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Because some of the lessons that were being taught in that book, I was like, but they're not doing that.
Okay.
And then not just that, like looking at some of the stuff in the Quran, and they're not doing that. So I started, and then they also introduced us to Buddhism.
Okay.
And so that's why you'll see, if anybody has been into my home, you'll see I have Buddhas pretty much everywhere. And it's not because I'm worshiping another deity. The Buddha has a peace-like state. Some of them, their eyes are completely closed. Some of them, you'll see their eyes are slightly open. Some of them are wide open. And depending on the state that you want to be in is the Buddha that you want.
Well, what is that? religion that I call Halawasaponi.
Hinduism.
Oh.
She's talking about Lake Shrine in the Pacific Palisades.
Yeah. And
And
what's the man name?
Paramahansa Yogananda.
See, I could never say that. So,
Oh my
but it's
goodness.
so peaceful there. The grounds. I didn't go into the chapel or whatever
Temple.
the temple, whatever you call it. But I was on the grounds, and I want to go back. It was
Yeah, I
simply
keep
beautiful.
saying I want to go back too because it's
Simply
been a
beautiful,
while.
simply beautiful, simply beautiful.
Yeah, so for those that are in Southern California, it's on Sunset and PCH.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally like right there. And you'll see the big temple has a gold cap, and they have actually a chapel where you can just go in and silently meditate, or you could be around the grounds, and there's a big man-made lake in the middle of the grounds,
And that's where I was.
and there's so many little spots that you could stop and just sit down and meditate. And obviously they don't allow pets or anything like that. Music, it's a meditation garden.
And it was so, God, I felt so at ease, so stressless, so when I was there.
I'm telling you, it's life changing. And to be honest, when I was in the Muslim temple, that's where we went. We went there. That's how I learned about it, by going with them. And that place, again, also they teach all religions. So when you first walk into their temple, they have these boards up at the front, and on each, I shouldn't say board, it's like an easel, and each easel has a large picture of a deity of the head of whatever religion. And Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, they're all, and there's more, all up at the front. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, I can dig this, because that's where I was at after I left the temple. Like, I don't want to necessarily put myself in a box. So I want to study everything and learn everything. So I know that was a long-winded question to answer your question, but
no, that's good.
No, I didn't have any guidance on anything as far as meditation. I mean, like, you hear about it on TV or whatever, but I didn't practice it until I actually left that temple, and then started going up to Place of Peace. One of my girls, Misty, shout out Misty, she had hit me up and was like, hey, do you want to go to this place? It's in Ventura. And I was like, okay. And I went one time and I was sold.
That well, what were you where we laid on the grass and stuff?
And then Paulette, shout out P. I started taking her, and then you came, and then Casey, shout out Casey. It was life changing, and that's where I learned about Reiki. And Reiki is a healing modality that comes into the top of my head, it comes out of my hands, and I truly feel like that's what Jesus does when he healed. Was Reiki. It wasn't known as that, but I feel like that's what he did. And in the holy books it says, as I have done, all shall do.
Oh yeah.
So I believe truly that that's why I'm capable and able, and all of us, like, I'm nobody special. We're all able to heal ourselves as well as others. Now, in order to heal others, you have to be raised up in Reiki, which I have been. I'm a Reiki master, and I'm able to bring other people up to the level of Reiki master to be able to heal others and do distance healing as well. So if somebody was to call me and be like, I'm having a stomach ache, can you do some distance healing on me? I'm going to tell them, go to my website, and it's $89.90. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to tell them that. I'm going to tell them yes, and I'm going to have them close their eyes, and I'm going to do my distance healing symbols, and then they're either going to tell me they feel something or they don't. But I digress. I wanted to talk to you guys about meditation. So, Mom, do you ever sit down, not just how you do in your backyard, but do you physically sit down on a meditation pillow or lay on your bed or sit on the floor, whatever you do, and meditate?
And I'm trying to bring that back every evening after I finish my wifely duties and cooking and all that stuff. And I'm trying to set up the back bedroom again, like that, so I can do that and incorporate that with my yoga.
Okay. Doing some yoga moves? Okay. So I want to talk to you guys about the process of meditation. So to fully understand meditation, you have to understand how the human being is viewed. The human being consists of 3 aspects. We have our physical body that obviously we can see. We have our inner faculties, which is our consciousness, which is constantly changing, and it consists of our mind intellect, and our ego.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our deep inner self, and our deep inner self is the source of all knowledge, intelligence, creativity, and all natural laws that govern existence. It's our God within, basically. So when you bring these three things together, which they are together, and you're consciously studying them, you can see what kind of meditation you need for yourself. So we routinely experience three states of consciousness. Are you aware what they are? So we have our waking state, which is right now I'm talking to you. We have our dreaming state, which is when we have dreams. And then we have deep sleep, which when we're in that REM state of rest, deep sleep. So when we're in the waking state, our consciousness is aware of our physical body, and it's involved with the outside objective world. So basically, like right now, we are in our waking state. When we're in the dreaming state, it's where we are aware of the inner dream world, but it's not aware of the physical body when you're in the dream state. And then when we're in the deep state of consciousness, which is our REM sleep, the inner faculty is not functioning at all and is not aware of anything. In this state, dualities such as pleasure and pain, good and bad, they're not experienced when we're sleeping. We don't have those experiences. There is no experience of stress, anxiety, guilt, greed, envy, jealousy, anger, etc. when we are in a deep sleep. Now think about it. Have you ever been asleep and been angry?
Well, no, I guess.
Right, because you're not aware, because you're in a deep sleep. So those are, I'd like to also tell my students that meditation is conscious sleep. Sleep is unconscious meditation.
Oh, okay.
Because it's basically one and the same.
Okay.
Meditation is conscious sleep. You're consciously telling your body to relax and rest.
Okay.
And when you're sleeping, you're unconsciously telling your body the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about the effects of meditation. So to bring it back to you, when you're done with your meditation, how do you feel after?
So relaxed. All I want to do is just continue to lay there and just listen to the music or just listen to nothing. Just do nothing. Just veg.
Do you ever meditate on something?
Oh, gosh,
And what I mean by that is like, for example, should I get another dog for Marley or not? Because that's kind of where I'm at in life right now.
I meditate on serious stuff. Your health or getting another job or...
Are you meditating or are you praying?
Well, I pray out loud and then I just lay there. And a lot of times I talk to God through my thoughts. You get what I'm saying? So that's a form of meditation. Yeah.
So I like to say that how they work hand in hand is prayer is asking for whatever it is you want. Like you said, my health, I want Marcy to be healthy. Meditation is sitting in silence, listening for that still small voice within, the higher self within, the breath of life that was breathed into us by the Most High to talk to us and tell us what we need to do to get what it is.
And he does.
Every time. And sometimes you may not hear it right then and there. You might hear it through your neighbors walking by talking. Or you turn the TV on right at the right time and you hear the answer yes, or go to the store, or whatever it might be. But there are no coincidences. There are no strange happenings. So that's why we have to always be conscious of everything all the time. When we're walking around this world, when we're in our homes by ourselves, always be conscious of what's going on around you, because we're getting signs and symbols all the time about certain things we need to do that we ask for. So just to expand a little bit more, the meditation process, it takes our minds from the outer realm of the objective world to the inner realm of our inner faculties. So basically, it takes us from the surface world of what's going on the TV and the neighbors and this and that to the deep inner self, to studying ourselves, because at the end of the day, that's really all we have is ourselves. And what somebody else is doing really shouldn't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's where a lot of us in this world go left. I was just telling a friend of mine that I need to get off of social media,
Mm-hmm.
because the other day I was off Monday and Tuesday, and I looked at, your screen time comes up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna tell y'all how many hours
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolling, but I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God, yeah.
And then I dream about some of the stuff that I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I do social media because I want to promote this,
Mm-hmm.
or I want to see how my friends and their kids are doing, or,
Mm-hmm.
put positive messages out. But you don't have to get sucked into that
No,
world.
but I feel the same way about social media. Uh, Social media, man. It's easy for me to stop eating because everything I look on social media now, they're telling you can't eat.
Oh, I know, because you constantly are sending us something else. What did you send us the other day?
About that psychosporosis or
Yeah,
whatever
but
it is.
you sent us something else recently too, that they were like, "There's a recall on this." Oh, and then you sent me the Raising Cane's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Mhm.
look at everything. I'm like, oh my God, I got to stop this because I want to lose weight, but not because I'm not eating or scared to eat. But if I continue on social media, I probably will not be eating.
You probably, what you gonna eat, Mom?
Girl, I don't know, but and even down to the water, the different types of water that they compare and stuff like this. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on?
Yeah, it'll have, and a lot of times people do that for clicks, and
Mm-hmm.
because the more you click, the more money they make.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have to be conscious of what you're
Got to
looking at.
be. And that's when I really pray, Lord, help us.
Yeah, because we need it. But yeah, there are, social media can take you to good places, but it can also take you to bad
Oh,
places.
yeah.
Because like you
Oh, yeah.
said, I don't even want to eat because you're looking
Yeah.
at everything.
I'm telling you, girl, when I go to the grocery store, it used to take me 20 minutes. Now it take me maybe 60 minutes to 90 minutes because I'm reading everything now.
I know. I know.
It's just awful.
It is. It is. Um, but let's get back to the meditation process. So the meditation process, there's different types of meditations. There's guided, and then there's unguided. Do you know the difference?
Yeah, guided meditation is when you have an instructor like you guiding us, and
Yeah.
and you take us to a lake, or you take us through the forest, and you always talk about the flowers and the water in the lake. That's guided, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that's not guided is just silent. The music is going in the background, and you just relax and just let the music take you away.
Good job, Grasshopper. Yes. And then you also have calming versus insight meditations. Do you know the difference in those?
I know the calming is you just calm. Insight, I think you actually
You're
can
actually.
touch or feel what you're
Mm-mm.
seeing.
Mm-mm.
No?
So calming is, let's say you're having a rough day
Uh-huh.
and you need to calm yourself.
Uh-huh.
So I might do a meditation that incorporates breathing to
Mm.
bring in calmness
Oh, yeah.
to the body.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then insight is looking at yourself and why I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. Marcy, there are a lot of people that tell me, and in fact, Jeff and I, my physical therapist at Recuperation Physical Therapy, you guys, we talk about meditation sometimes. And he says he cannot calm his mind. Can you give him some kind of way to calm his mind?
Very simply, what happens is people think that they need to get into a meditation and they need to think about nothing.
Mm.
But what you have to remember is we're human beings and our brains don't shut off. If our brains shut off, then we are no longer.
Mm.
So it's not going to be that easy to just shut it off. So focus on your breath.
Mm.
Focus on, if you're listening to music, a melody in the music, and just focus on that one thing. Because when you're focusing on something, you're not really thinking.
Mm.
When you're, okay, I have this patient, and then I got to go home, and I got to pick up dinner, and I got to feed the dog, and then the kids this, and then okay.
And that's exactly Jeff.
And I don't even know Jeff, but hey, Jeff. But if he can just focus on the cool air coming in through his nose and the warm air going out of his mouth, and just continue to focus on that, he'll feel the difference.
Okay, good. I hope you're listening to this, Jeff.
Or if he's listening to music, find a melody in the music to just focus on that,
Mm-hmm.
or the water in the background, or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just that will help to quiet his mind. It may not
Mm-hmm.
quiet it all the way, because like I
Mm-hmm.
said, and especially he's a physical therapist, so he's got, that was Marley, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the show, Marley.
Mm-hmm.
He hears something.
But the breathing really helps me.
Yeah.
It really helps me.
Yeah, the breathing. I like to teach a box breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So box breathing is where you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, release for 4 seconds, reset for 4 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That is a boxed way of breathing that will help you immediately calm down when you're feeling nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately calm down.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we had so much more time. We're already at 30 minutes.
Wow. But we can do a part 2 next week.
Yeah, actually, because I want to talk about like focused attention, body scans, and visualization type meditations, loving kindness meditations, skillful compassion, resting awareness, reflection. Mm-hmm. There's so many different types of meditation, but I will tell you this: meditation, I don't agree with automatically running to take any type of medication, pills, this and that, if you don't have to. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's needed, because that's, what's going to help you in whatever ailment you're having. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have to take medication, I would advise you not to, because, you want to be here for not a short time, but a long time, right? Mm-hmm. All those medications build up in your body, and, it doesn't do us the best.
Marcia, what I have noticed, though, you are right about that. Because sometimes I have a headache. And if I stop and just sit and not do anything and just listen to life, my headache goes away.
It does, because you're just breathing in peace and calm and just being present. Yes, Excedrin migraine works so much faster. It does, because that's what I take. That's the only thing I can take, because it doesn't interfere with the medication I take. But I try not to do that, because you still have to filter it through the liver and all that kind of stuff, and I'm causing harm to that. And then I'm going to be like you, fatty liver and all this stuff. And, I don't want, not being hateful towards you or anything, like saying I don't want to have a fatty liver.
Well, I don't want it either, but hey.
But the more things that you can keep from having to do, meaning like medication, don't, if you don't have to, don't. So meditation is the way, you guys, for me, and I use it for everything. If I'm nervous, because your nerves come into your solar plexus, which is your stomach. And in order to calm those butterflies, you have to take some deep breaths. That is a form of meditation. People think you have to sit down for 30 minutes. You don't have to. It could be 2 minutes. It could be sitting in the sunshine. It could be listening to the birds, as you said. It could be listening to some water. It could just be cuddling your dog. Something that brings you peace is a form of meditation. So I wish I could. We're running out of time, but
let's do part 2 next week.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2 next week, you guys. This is just the beginning of the meditation stuff. So, do you have any questions you want to ask, Mom, before we close this out?
Is there any time where you don't, or anything that you don't meditate on?
Is there anything? No, I meditate on everything. Like, should I do this or that in my relationship? Should I make this decision at work? What should I have for dinner? Like, I meditate on everything.
But do you follow the answers when you get the answers?
Most times, no.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just being honest.
Well, okay, teacher.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. Like,
but
most
why?
times, no. Because I'm still a human and I still have
because
choice.
It's not what you want to hear. That's what it is.
Exactly. I still have choice. So I'm just like, well, maybe I'll have, turkey instead of chicken today.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the serious stuff that you meditate on. If you get an answer, do you actually follow through?
50-50.
Okay.
50-50. And it should be 100%.
Yes.
But it should be 100%. But, like I said, we're still human and we still feel like we have choice. So I'll feel like this and I start making excuses as to why I should do this.
Yeah.
So, but I know that. And then usually what will happen is the choice I made, I'm like, dang, if I had just did the listening to that thought that comes to us instead of thinking we know better.
There you go.
Because that still small voice within that, where we get that communication, that's the God within us talking to us.
Oh yeah, the Holy Spirit is what I call it.
And there's nothing higher than that. But what happens is our fleshly selves get in the way and we feel like we know better because it may not be something that we want to do.
Exactly.
So with that, so no other questions, Mom?
No, I think that's it. I can't wait to hear what you're going to come up with next week.
I got something.
Okay.
Marcy's Mindful Minute. So for this week's Marcy's Mindful Minute, I want to talk about solitude. You don't have to be with the crowd all the time.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with staying home. Even if you don't stay home and you go out somewhere by yourself, it is okay. Solitude is good. And me being in Gemini and an air sign, I am around a lot of people all the time, and a lot of times people like my energy, so they will be energy pullers, and they'll take my energy because I'm so willing to give it, as you know, to any and everybody. But when your energy is pulled, you have to replenish. So how do you do that? Solitude.
Okay.
Being by yourself, whether it's just sitting at home, whether it's going to your store of choice by yourself, whether it's taking yourself to lunch, whether it's just whatever you do, going to the beach by yourself. Take some time for yourself and recharge. Solitude is good.
Good, Marcy. Good.
Mom's Couch Wisdom of the Week. So, Mom, what is the Couch Wisdom of the Week?
Okay, my Couch Wisdom of the Week is very simple. When you overthink, or when you are worried about something, remember this quote: worrying doesn't take away today's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Okay?
That's a good one. That is a good one. Worrying doesn't take away today's troubles. It takes today's peace, because you're so worried about whatever that you can't be in peace.
Yeah, you can't see the peace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can't see the peace.
I like it.
And that's why with me being a Christian lady, I should never worry. I should always give it laid at God's feet.
Yeah, but again, we're human, and it's hard to just leave it there.
Yep.
It's hard, but there has never been a time where, me personally, I have not had just what I needed.
Oh, no. He gives us everything we need.
And when you need it. And when you need it. That's the important part. Like, we worry so much about bills and mortgage and rent and car payments and insurance and especially in today's economy. But if you really sit down, you always have just enough.
And you know, Martha, sometimes when I say to him, to Jesus Christ, my Savior, I always say to him sometime, and this is when I know that I have left it at his feet, because I get up feeling relieved. I'll say, okay, Lord, I can't do anything about this. You got this. You got to help it with this one, because I don't know what to do. And sometimes when I do it, Marcy, I just get up and I'm like, okay.
It is done.
It is done. And that's the way you're supposed to feel every time you leave your worries and your overthinking at God's feet. Give it to him and let him handle it.
Totally agree with that. It's just, we got to get our fleshly selves out of the way.
Out of the way.
And just say, okay, I'm giving it to you. I'm done thinking about it. And then if you watch and see what happens, it always works out. So do you have anything else to add before we close out the show, Mom?
No, but this was really good. I hope you guys out there listening enjoyed this, because there is going to be a part 2 next week. So, and I hope you tune in. And when you guys listen to us, make some comments.
Yeah. And you can make those comments on the following platforms. So you can go on YouTube. You can go to YouTube Music. You can go to Spotify. You can go to Apple Music. You can go to Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. all those platforms have our show on it, and you're able to leave a message. And we read them all, and we
Mm-hmm.
try to respond to every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's something that's not favorable, because I've
Mm-hmm.
had people come and say, hey, I didn't really necessarily agree. It was a good show,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't agree when you said da da da.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to your opinion just as we are. Just keep it classy.
There you go. There
So
you go. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining us on the couch today. We really look forward to this. And always remember, it doesn't matter what generation you're from, there is always room for you on our couch. Blessings.
peace and love, everybody.